Let's get right into it. A constitutional showdown is developing in the nation's capital. Yesterday, as you know, President Trump said he would not be participating in the impeachment inquiry. Well, today, he called for an end to the investigation. And I agree. I do. I do. Enough with the investigation. Let's get straight to the impeachment part. In a series of tweets today, Trump said he wants the impeachment inquiry to end, quote, for the good of the country. For the good of the country. Trump would never make any of this about himself. He wouldn't. There are a lot of things we could do for the good of the country. We could fight climate change. We could make healthcare more accessible. We could build a giant water slide that starts in Denver and goes all the way to Hawaii. But ending the impeachment inquiry isn't one of them. It isn't. Trump also tweeted that this witch hunt should end now. But have a look at the way he spelt witch. He spelled it witch. You can tell Trump's really stressed about the possibility of impeachment. This is like the millionth time Trump has tweeted about a witch hunt. You would think at this point he just has to type a W and his computer will just auto-fill in the rest. Despite all this, the president is obviously gearing up for a long impeachment fight. He just bulked up his legal team by adding former Republican Congressman Trey Gowdy. If you don't remember Trey Gowdy, here he is here. Look at him. Trey Gowdy looks like what you get if Draco Malfoy left Hogwarts for some kind of evil wizard law school. In other White House news, according to a recent report, Trump is furious about his staff leaking information to the press and is obsessed with the idea of using a lie detector on all of his aides. You know, so he can fire all the ones who aren't good enough at lying. That's what I think. Can you imagine getting a tour of the White House during this administration, being like, and this is the Lincoln bedroom, and here's the Oval Office, and, well, there's our latest whistleblower getting thrown into the dungeon. The president is obsessed with staffers being truthful, despite him lying all the time. Seriously, even Trump's signature looks like a failed lie detector test. And finally, this is a very odd story we wanted to share with you. The story comes from Sweden. A photographer has spent the last 6 years befriending nearby squirrels. That's right, befriending squirrels. So he can get close enough to capture elaborately set up and bizarre photos like this. And like this. And this. Now, what it is, apparently the man hides nuts to attract the squirrels and then waits for hours for the right moment to take these photos. So we're calling it befriending squirrels. It's just feeding squirrels. That's what he's doing. He's feeding squirrels. He spent 6 years befriending squirrels, which means at the end of the 5th year, he was like, OK, we're still not friends. Shall I move on with my life, or... No, I'm going to give it 1 more year. Imagine spending 6 years of your life trying to earn the trust of a bunch of squirrels just so you can get a whimsical picture. This guy is going to be devastated when he finally hears about Photoshop. Honestly, this photo took me 5 minutes. Shall we have